A bridge project in Bartlesville is facing more delays because there could be bats and mussels in the area that are a protected and endangered species.
News on 6's Chloe Abbott is live in Bartlesville with what it'll take to get the Tuxedo Bridge project back on track.
Jonathan and Tatum, the city of Bartlesville says the next step is to send divers into the Caney River to find the mussels. But that can't happen until warmer weather. They also need to locate the bats that could be living under the bridge deck. The city of Bartlesville says bats are no stranger to the city, but they weren't expecting to find mussels when they started to work on the Tuxedo Bridge.
The mussels were a surprise to me. That's not something I was anticipating seeing. The bats, you know, I understood the bats.
Seamers is the director of engineering and says an inspection uncovered deficiencies in the bridge, so they decided to fix it.
So we've been working on design with a consultant right now in conjunction with some environmental studies that were required for a 404 permit through the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
If divers do find mussels in the Caney River, the city will have to send a plan to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service on the best way to relocate them.
They usually try to relocate far enough upstream that they find these mussels and relocate them to another area that they're not essentially going to wash into your, theoretically not going to wash into your project.
Divers have to wait until summer to go into the Caney River to look for the mussels, so that delays construction even more.
So springtime, when you could have high elevated water flows and whatnot, they would rather you do that during a dry season.
If their survey shows bats are under the Tuxedo Bridge, they could start work on the bridge once the mussels are removed.
Some of the work like the bank stabilization and things of that nature that really are going to affect the mussels, we could potentially go ahead and start that work before the end of the bat season, which is November 15th, to where we can then move to the bridge deck.
They don't know how much the surveys to find the mussels and the bats will cost or how long they will take. They hope to start construction by the end of fall and hope to finish the project by fall 2025. Live in Bartlesville, Chloe Abbott, Oklahoma Zone, News on 6.